It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello, and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're back after our spring break. If you listened to the show last week, you would realize it was not live, but it was the best of High on Sports. That's a beauty. See, when we're not live, you get a little mashup of our best of the best. So,
Yes, you can
so that's
recap
fun.
on
That's
anything
fun.
you might have missed in the past few weeks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Spring break was fun, though.
Was it? How'd you enjoy your spring break?
I was laid up on the beach.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to Daytona Beach, and
what T-shirt contest?
yeah, there was some wet tea. It was
Did
me
you
and,
win?
I finished in second. It was me and
Okay, that's not too bad.
I went down there with Carson Daly, and we hosted MTV's Spring Break together. And
You still host that?
Nope. Nope. I'm not even sure who Carson Daly is.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Was
Is
it
it-
going retro
Didn't
with
he-
Pauly
did-
Shore?
Didn't he die? Didn't Carson Daly die?
Well, in the famous sense of the word.
Real quick, and we'll stop talking about this. But if Carson Daly did die, would we know?
Nope.
No. Just something to think about. Something for you to think about, America. You've taken Carson Daly for granted far too long.
I did.
Anyways, well, of course, this is our big draft preview special. We're going to be breaking down how the draft's going to look, what the Browns are going to do with their 2 first-round picks. Good stuff, good stuff. And I want to take this opportunity to remind you that this Thursday, and I believe it starts about 7:30, is the NFL Draft. And remember to follow me on Twitter for my pick-by-pick analysis of the entire first round. It is at eRalphieW, all one word, at eRalphieW. Find me on Twitter, follow me. I'd also post on Facebook, whatever I tweet. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can just watch your news feed, scroll, and see what I have to say. So you'll want to do that and find out my amazing opinions, which are always so good, such as last year when I, right after he was drafted, I picked, I just blanked on the name, the running back out of Alabama who went to the Saints. I picked him to win Rookie of the Year. And,
Ingram?
Mark
Yeah,
Ingram, thank
Mark
you.
Ingram.
I said Mark Ingram is my early favorite for Rookie of the Year. Nope. Nope. It was Cam Newton. But other than that, I was pretty, informative and whatnot. Either way, just follow me at eRalphieW on Twitter and Eric Ralphie Wilder on Facebook. So, look me up, whatever. And, of course, I want to remind you guys, as always, you can call the show toll-free at 1-888-668-0742. Again, toll-free around the globe. And if you're watching this show on MSC, which you probably are, you'll notice to the right of the viewer is a place to log into a chat room. It asks for a password. You do not need to put one. Just put a name, hit enter. You are immediately logged in, talking to myself, Ashley, Von Erich, and whoever else may be in there. While I'm sharing my mock draft with you, feel free to tell me where you think I'm wrong or agree with me. You could always agree with me. That might be nice. But yes, that's about it. And remember, we have many, many glorious apps for you to listen to the show on. So you can find a list of those apps on our website, which you should also get to, highonsportsradioshow.com, for our archive of past shows. My blog after the show tonight, my full first-round mock draft will be up on the website for you to look at. And, if you bet on the draft, I don't know, can you bet on the draft?
Yes, you can.
You can bet on the draft, yeah. You might want to bet. You might want to bet on some of these. I got a couple guys here that I would go as far as to call them a lock.
Yeah. Call Vegas. Call Reno 911.
Exactly. Don't actually dial 911 with any of these picks. Just don't do that. All right. Let's get started here. It is round 1. Let's go. All right. Here we go. I've been setting this up for months now. Every show for the last it's been like two months maybe. Yeah, March.
Yeah.
March, April, yeah, so about 2 months, 2.5 months, whatever. We've been sharing with you a different mock draft every week, and it's all been culminating up to this mock draft that I have in front of me that I myself have created.
It's the only one that matters.
And we're going to start at the logical beginning, pick number 1, and this was really hard for me. You know, I went back and forth with a lot of different names, and then I remembered that it's gonna be Andrew Luck. It's not. Let me make this perfectly clear, and I'm sure you all know this by now. I'm not predicting it to be Andrew Luck. I'm informing you that it is Andrew Luck.
Yes.
There's been reports out. They're not confirmed, but reports that they've already told Andrew Luck you'll be our number 1 pick. I don't think that's true that they've told him that per se, because if they did, then they probably would be working on a deal right now. Because as the number 1 pick, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can work out a deal with someone. They can't put their name next to the X until they're officially drafted. But, you know, it's situations like when the Lions selected Matthew Stafford. When the Lions selected Matthew Stafford number 1 overall, we already knew. It was the whole draft was like, who's going to be number 2? You know, because he was already signed. He was a signature away from being officially a member of the Lions. Now, they have not done that with Andrew Luck, but I would not read too much into that. Obviously, they're not shopping this pick. They're not looking at someone else. They're just going to go Andrew Luck. End of discussion, which baffles me a little bit why they haven't already worked out a contract with him.
I think they would already start.
I know, you think you'd just make it easier. But, well, I guess it's not too much. It's not the pain in the ass that it used to be.
Yeah.
Where you draft someone and then they'd have a lengthy lockout because they feel like I'm your franchise quarterback.
I deserve
I should get paid as
$100
such.
million, even though I've never touched the NFL field.
Like Brady Quinn with the Browns.
Yeah, really, Brady Quinn?
When
You're a
he's-
third string behind Tim freaking. Well, you were a third string behind Tim Tebow.
I mean,
Get
the,
off
the
me.
thing the thing Brady Quinn though had at the time is the fact that I was a first round pick and you traded back into the first round to get me. So you traded up for me. Clearly you want me bad and I'd like to get compensated as such. But I mean, that didn't work out, but either way, you know, he had that in his corner as far as to negotiate a better deal. But the thing is now there's all these caps. There's a rookie wage scale.
Which I love.
So, oh yeah, it's fantastic because you shouldn't be earning all this money without earning it.
Yeah,
first, You know what I
exactly.
mean? You don't.
That's the worst thing that I hate about.
Jamarcus Russell.
Oh my
Jamarcus Russell is
God.
all I need to say. 2 words: Jamarcus and Russell. Dude get paid a boatload of money because he's the number 1 overall pick. But what's he doing right now?
Sitting at home, wasting it, playing video games.
Sitting at home, playing video games, doing drugs.
Exactly.
That's all Jamarcus Russell's doing right now.
worthless.
All right. Well, anyways, either way, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck.
Holy cow.
What's all this excitement about?
Nothing. Absolutely
knows?
nothing.
Did you forget about
Put
the,
it away.
Did you forget about the show from last time we broadcast it?
Why?
If you didn't hear the show 2 weeks ago, we discussed something called the Boomstick,
Right.
which was a massive hot dog sold at the Texas Rangers ballpark
2
in
foot
Arlington.
long.
Yep. What was it? $26?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for a hot
$26.
dog.
That's
Come on,
ridiculous.
Texas.
Okay, and how much did you pay for that one right there? Just yell it out.
How much you pay for that hot dog?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. We don't
Well,
know.
he bought
Was it
he got a bunch of other goodies with
$26?
it.
Was it less than
There's a bag of Cracker
$26?
Jacks. I'll eat some Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, I think
A, f- a Loco.
$1.50. $1.50 is our professional estimate here. $1.50, and we got a hot dog. And if you may recall, Von Erich at that point and I broke down the perfect hot dog. You get yourself a nice dog from Progressive Field. Get you some
Ketchup.
stadium
That's
mustard
all
on
you
there.
Some
and you are-
Bertman's original.
Bertman's original, and you are ready to go. You're ready to watch
I'm
some
throwing up in my
baseball.
mouth right now.
She had a hysterical fit over the mention of mustard on a hot dog. So now, because of that, really to exemplify my power, I have decreed that during tonight's episode of High on Sports Overtime, she
my
will
God.
eat a hot dog with mustard on it. By the way, High on Sports Overtime is finally back. It's been a while.
You may watch me throw up, people.
It's finally back, and it's on YouTube after the show every night. It'll be up about 9:30 tonight. Link will be posted on the High on Sports Twitter and Facebook and, hell, even the MySpace. And,
For all
you
you
will be able to
creepers who are
find
still on it.
our post-show, where we kind of break down stuff we don't have time to get to in the show. And that is, of course, High on Sports Overtime, which we film every Monday night, well, from here on out, after the show. And that's on YouTube. Just look for High on Sports, and don't be fooled by the imposters. We are the original, real, true blue American High on Sports.
Hashtag USA.
Hashtag USA. That's right. I almost forgot to hashtag that statement. That would have looked stupid. All right, well, hot dog and mustard come later.
Oh, God.
Right now, we're back to the mock draft. Washington Redskins, another lock. There's no point even going further. It's Robert Griffin III, who would have been the Browns' pick had the Browns been able to move up here.
But you know,
he's not.
Washington dropped
Washington Redskins.
everything, and
Washington
they
Redskins.
had.
Yeah, they traded their entire future for this one kid. So
He better not suck, or they're gonna look like dummies.
you know, it's
Although
been,
he won't, though. He
it's
looks
been
pretty
reported
awesome.
though that Holmgren reportedly offered the same amount of picks.
What?
Actually offered the same deal, but apparently a friendship between Mike Shanahan and and the guys in charge of the Rams ended up helping him out. So I don't know. I guess it's all about who you know. I guess so.
He was gonna give up that much. Mm-hmm. I would have backhanded that man.
Well, anyways, we got Minnesota Vikings. Some people think Morris Claiborne could go here. In my draft, it's Matt Kalil, and that's what it's going to be. Offensive tackle out of USC. Minnesota wants to move out of the number 3 spot. They want to collect picks because they have so many holes on this team.
Oh yeah.
Really, aside from running back, and they're all right at quarterback right now with Christian Ponder. Aside from those two, they need everything. So that is something they're definitely looking into, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to really swing a deal because there's no incentive to move up to 3. There's Matt Kalil, sure, but no one views him as a guy you're going to trade multiple potentially first rounders to move up and grab this kid. There's a lot of other quality offensive linemen that's going to be going in this first round, a little bit, later picks. So who else is there? I mean, Morris Claiborne, sure, but the one name being thrown around a lot is Tannehill because of all the rumors of Tannehill to the Browns, which we'll get into in just a minute. But the Browns, it's pretty much become clear they're not looking at Tannehill. They'll look at him, but it does not look like the Browns will be selecting, Ryan Tannehill. So no one's really threatened by the Browns taking him, so no one wants to move up to 3 to grab him. I mean, if I'm looking at the order right now, number 8 is the Miami Dolphins. That's the team to look at for Tannehill. So the team to look at to trade to would be number 7, the Jacksonville Jags. I mean, they're in a fine position. They technically have a quarterback already. He was not good whatsoever, but he was still a top 10 pick. So I would call Jacksonville right now. If I'm really interested in Ryan Tannehill, I would try to trade up to 7, but I guess that's just me. Either way, we get to number 4 and we get to the Cleveland Browns. All right, Luck, Griffin, Kalil, all off the board. All 3 guys, really, the Browns would have loved to have been able to get in this draft. But they're gone, according to my mock. So it comes down to 4 players, and we're going to look at them right now and figure out who the best one would be. We're going to start with Morris Claiborne. Morris Claiborne, potentially the best overall physical specimen in this draft. And really, everyone wants to think about Tyrann Mathieu, the honey badger, at LSU, but
I'm sorry, no one's the honey badger but the honey badger.
the guy in charge of
Because
this,
he don't give a shit.
the guy in charge of this defense, though, was Morris Claiborne. And the reason you never heard his name as much as you heard Tyrann Mathieu is because no one was throwing his direction because there was no point.
Yeah.
So Morris Claiborne, he will be the first defensive back taken in this draft. And the question is, do the Browns pull the trigger on him? The Browns did finish with top 5 against the pass last year. And, of course, they have Joe Hayden, who looks to be a big cornerstone and lockdown corner for the foreseeable future. But then, of course, playing next to him, our other corner position is Sheldon Brown. Had a down year, and the one reason Claiborne's really getting looks from the Browns right now is belief that Sheldon Brown has nowhere to go but older. So most experts would agree this was probably the first of the real decline for Sheldon Brown. So the question is, do you use this 4th pick to prevent a hole from coming up in the future, or do you try to fix one you have now? And I like Morris Claiborne. He's a good kid. I will say this. He got a 4 on his Wonderlic test, which tests the intelligence of draft picks.
Which means he's dumb as a brick.
He got a 4. Don't quote me on this. Pretty sure you get 5 for spelling your name right. But he had some trouble. Maybe he put 1 R, forgot to put the E at the end. I don't know. But, he got a 4.
I mean, I get it.
It's
you
the
don't
lowest
need to be
score
a
ever.
rocket science to play football, but you need to have a brain to know the game and know situations and everything.
Exactly.
How do you get a 4?
That's one thing that turns me off about this kid. And the other thing is the fact that I just think
He's an idiot.
where the Browns defense was, granted they need help against the run, and Claiborne is not going to help you against the run. He's going to help you more against the pass, which is it might be worse next year. But the fact of the matter is, what we know right now is that the Browns had a pretty damn good defense last year. And really, it was a defense that kept them close, kept them very close. But unfortunately, the offense was so anemic and inept, it couldn't put the points to win. So, I mean, really, I think with this pick, I think it's out of the – there's no question here. It's got to be on offense. So that's why I rule Claiborne out. I don't see that happening. Good athlete, but I see him actually going the very next pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So then we look at the wide receiver position. And Browns obviously needed help at wide receiver position. They led the league in drop passes. I believe it was 33 total drop passes last season, which is just insane. And Justin Blackmon is presumably the best wide receiver in this draft. Guy looks good. I don't think he looks Calvin Johnson good. I don't think he looks A.J. Green good, personally. I think he benefits from there's some decent receivers coming out in this class, and he's the best one, but in my mind that doesn't rank him high with past classes. You're the best one to come out here, but I wouldn't even say, I mean, I don't even know where I'd put him if we're going back 5 years. I don't even know if he'd really be in the top 10 from those draft classes, but he does benefit from the fact that there is presumably no better receiver out there in this draft than Justin Blackmon. The only problem is, in my mind, is he's a possession receiver. Just like Greg Little is right now, just like Josh Cribbs is right now. The Browns do need to look receiver. I think they even need to look receiver in the first round. I just don't think it's with this pick. Because honestly, one of the problems with the offense was, yes, dropping the passes. The other thing was what you did when you got the pass. It'd be a little short 4 or 5 yard under the defense pass. He's just going to, he'll get more catches than anyone else, but they'll still be 4 or 5 yard under the defense passes. We need to break through the defense. I think they go receiver later in this draft, and they go for a deep threat that I'll get to in just a little bit. But I do not put Blackmon here because Blackmon may look better than any receiver the Browns have, but he's still the same type of receiver and brings with him the same similar problem that we have with a Greg Little or with a Josh Cribbs. Although, to his credit, those two guys on the Browns did not play wide receiver in college. So, maybe that probably does help a little bit. And now we get to a guy who did play wide receiver in college. The real hot button name of this part of the draft, Ryan Tannehill, started more games at wide receiver than he did at quarterback for the Texas A&M Aggies. Played 4 years. I think it was 1 and some change he actually spent as their starting quarterback. He did play. He played in his first 2 years. He played, did not start, but showed up at quarterback in a total of 3 games in his first 2 years. Then started 7 in 2010, and then started all of them in 2011. So he started. He played. This isn't even start. This is showed up in a game 11 times at quarterback in his first 3 seasons. Then started and played 13 out of 13 in his senior year. First 2 years, obviously, barely came in. 1 pass his first year. 8 passes his second year. I don't even know what to say here. Maybe he'll be a good wide receiver. That's something to bring up. No one's ever thought of that. Why don't the Browns go Tannehill at 4 and play him at wide receiver? Then you look at your top 3 receivers. You got a quarterback, a running back, and another quarterback. Josh Cribbs, Greg Little, and then, Ryan Tannehill.
Hey.
Hines Ward used to play quarterback in college. Who knows? Maybe he's Ryan Tannehill, the next Hines Ward. Tannehill is he's overhyped, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
The fact of the matter is, everyone knows without a fraction of a doubt that the number 1 pick is going to be Andrew Luck and the number 2 pick is going to be Robert Griffin III. All right, so most teams won't even bother putting those 2 on their big board. So then what you're looking at is the draft really starts at 3, and all of a sudden Ryan Tannehill goes from being the 3rd best quarterback in this draft to looked at as the best available quarterback in this draft, and then it just starts hyping itself up. the idea of going after Tannehill, suddenly he seems more talented and more ready to go than he really is, because you're not comparing him to Luck or to Griffin. You're comparing him to Brandon Whedon or Brock Osweiler from
Oh, Jesus.
Arizona State. I just think he is not worth a number
No.
4 pick. And when
Not
you go
even
after
first
him,
round.
I don't think he might not even be better than Colt McCoy, let alone better enough that you make the move.
Yeah.
I don't
no.
know if you're improving at all, really, at the quarterback position by throwing Tannehill in
Yeah.
there. And if you are improving, it's not enough to me to make a difference.
No, Tannehill needs to go somewhere where he can sit for a year, learn, and then maybe he'll be good. He's not going to be a Luck where he can go in, start right away, and probably be good.
With the number 4
He-
pick, and that's a great point, with the number 4 pick, you're looking for a starter.
Yeah.
You're looking for someone to come in day one and turn this thing around.
Yeah.
Start turning this
And
thing around.
Tannehill is going to be the one that sits for a year, hell, maybe even 2 years, and then finally, after he learns, then he'll go in and he'll get better as he goes. But he's not nowhere near the talent to be able to start right away.
No,
Which means it's
absolutely
not
not.
worth the first round pick at all.
No. The thing is, I have him going 8th overall pick to Miami.
He probably will go
Which he
to
probably
Miami.
will too, because it's perfect.
Yeah.
His head coach, Mike Sherman, is the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
In Miami, and Joe Philbin, their new head coach, longtime coordinator, longtime architect of the West Coast offense.
Yeah.
With Green Bay, he's going to bring that West Coast offense here to Miami. Tannehill played in basically a West Coast offense in college. And it's just a very good fit, him going to Miami. And there's no pressure to go in right away because they've got Matt Moore, who
Yeah.
played semi-decent
Aren't they talking
most
to
of the
David
time.
Garrard too?
Yeah, I believe they actually did they finalize a deal with him?
I think so.
I think they might have.
So he's gonna sit for a year, which means, and that's
hell,
the best
yes,
situation for him
you
to
could
go
put
to.
him as a third string on this
Yeah.
team and not rush anything.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with the Browns is he'd have to go in right now because who's he going to sit behind to learn?
Exactly.
I mean, Seneca Wallace has been here for a while, sure, but he's a complete career backup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
all he is.
Well, Seneca Wallace has played some receiver too over in Seattle, so maybe they can bond over that. But either way, Tannehill will not be a Brown. Tannehill will not be selected with that number 4 pick. And now we get to the guy who I believe will be a member of the Cleveland Browns in less than a week, and that is running back from Alabama, Trent Richardson.
I hope so.
I'm
praying.
He might be the best guy since Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the one thing that's not the only reason he's not getting the hype that like a Tannehill is, even though he's much better at his position because he knows what his position is than Tannehill, is the fact that running back seems to be dying in the NFL. Everything's
Yeah.
just done by committee. There's no the idea of a workhorse running back is dying, and look at the 2 teams that played in the Super Bowl. They could not run the ball for crap. They all ran the position by committee, and even those committees weren't that great.
Yeah.
But they had the elite quarterbacks, and now all of a sudden that's all anyone looks at. I know a lot of people already saying Carolina Panthers are going to be a team to watch next year because they have a good quarterback. You know what they don't have? A decent everything else. They have Cam Newton, and then that's it. But now all of a sudden it's become, well, they have the quarterback, so they could go out and win the Super Bowl tomorrow. Who knows? I just think you still it's been elite quarterbacks that have been winning the Super Bowl the last few years. Not since Trent Dilfer has a nobody won it. But, I mean, I just think you have to build the rest of the team, too. The idea of running the ball is not dead yet. And this whole thing, it's a cycle. Eventually, the NFL will go back to running and go back to playing defense. It'll happen again. And the fact of the matter is, when you have a guy who's being compared to Adrian Peterson available at your pick,
You take him.
go now. This dude is so strong and so fast, and you know what? He kind of fixes the 3 positions that people would say the Browns are real key that they need on offense. Is running back, wide receiver, and an offensive lineman. All right? You're kind of getting all 3. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Obviously, he can run. And he's a big guy who's not afraid to block when you want him to block. So there you go. Running back, receiver, offensive lineman, all with 1 pick.
And
Could be the next Adrian Peterson.
if you have a good running game, it opens up the pass game. So even though our pass game blows, the fact that we have this as a threat running,
Exactly.
it's going to totally open up our pass game as long as a-holes know how to catch the ball. Learn how to catch.
That's 2 things. in the first 2 days of the draft, which is rounds 1 through 3, which is Thursday and then Friday is 2 and 3, I need to see the Browns acquire two things. Someone who's a legitimate threat to run the ball. In this case, I truly believe it will be Trent Richardson. And a deep threat at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Because those are two things that are going to drastically change this offense. Because right now, you don't have to drop deep on the Browns.
No.
It's going to be a 4 or 5 yard under the defense pass.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
They're stacked. That's why we can't go anywhere on offense because they stack the line.
I'm not going to waste my energy running all the way back there when I know that guy's not a threat to catch the ball.
Happen.
I'm going to hang out here where I know the ball's going to be. And there's also no threat to run the ball, so you can put all your guys on the receivers and not worry about what Montario Hardesty or Chris Ogbanaya is going to do.
Ogbanaya coming off a practice squad.
But you get a guy like Trent Richardson, all of a sudden you have to be ready for that threat at any time because he's drawing comparisons to Adrian Peterson. And what does Adrian Peterson do better than any running back better than any running back has for a long time is that home run threat.
Yeah.
That threat where I'm going to, instead of, I'm going for 2 yards for the first, instead I'm going for about 60 for the touchdown.
Yeah.
That guy who's just going to break away from everything and all of a sudden it's a full-on sprint
run you
down
over,
the field.
make you look like a fool.
And that's what you get with
60
Trent
yards
Richardson.
later,
So
touchdown.
suddenly you have to be aware of the run. And then if they can go, I actually in my mock, we'll get to it in just a second, late in the first round, I have them going a deep threat wide receiver. So I figure if you can walk out with the two guys that I have them walking away with, it's looking very good for the Browns offense and even for Colt McCoy.
Yeah.
Who I wanted RG3. I wasn't really in the school of just get Colt out this offseason. I was in the school of get us Robert Griffin III. And now that he's not here, I don't think you pull the trigger on somebody else. I don't think you get a Whedon. I don't think you get I don't really think you go for anyone else. I think it was RG3 or bust. And cuz honestly so many people now are just furious that we have that we're just going into it with Colt McCoy again. But you look at it, he did improve.
Yeah.
If you just look at the numbers, he threw more his touchdown to interception ratio got better.
And he has
from one year to
no
the next.
weapons. He only has half an offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
We had 0 run game last year because Peyton Hill has only played not even half the season because he was being a dummy. And we have no receivers who can catch.
Oh yeah.
So, you can't, when you're a quarterback, you only do so much when you have literally 0 options and half an offensive line.
All right, I'm going to round out the top 10, then we're going to jump to the Browns' 22nd pick. Number 5, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Morris Claiborne. I do have Justin Blackmon going to the St. Louis Rams at number 6. I think something to keep an eye on is the potential of the Browns trading back to 6, because the Browns are very much a threat to get Blackmon, and St. Louis, from what I've heard and what I understand, St. Louis very badly wants Justin Blackmon.
Yes, they do.
So there is the potential of trading back just 2 spots, but that's just going to get you more picks later in the draft. But the fact of the matter is the Browns do have 13 picks to work with this year.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of those are coming in round 6 and 7, but still, you have a lot of picks to work with here. Number 7, I have the Jacksonville Jags going with Quentin Couples, defensive end, North Carolina. Miami Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill, quarterback, Texas A&M. Carolina Panthers, Fletcher Cox, defensive end, Mississippi State. And rounding out the top 10, the Buffalo Bills, I have them taking Courtney Upshaw, outside linebacker, Alabama. Crimson Tide, I have 4 members of the Crimson Tide going in my first round. Some experts believe they could even see 5 first-rounders. So that's something to keep an eye on. I also do have someone from North Alabama going too. Most people do. Janoris Jenkins, cornerback, North Alabama. Anyways, we jump down to the Browns' number 22 pick. Now, at this spot, if they do go running back with 4, which let's just say they do at this point, then at this point, you're going to be looking at either wide receiver or an offensive tackle, or the very slim possibility that I don't want this to happen. If this does happen, I'd like to wait until at least the second round, Brandon Weeden. I don't think Brandon Weeden's a first-round pick.
No, not when he's
but
almost 30 years old.
They think a lot of teams late in this draft could be interested in him. I do see one team that intrigues me. I've not heard Brandon Weeden's name tied to this team whatsoever, but if I'm this team, I think I'm going to pull the trigger, and that's number 30, the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
A lot of criticism to Alex Smith because Alex Smith was really just a game manager.
Yeah.
And you get a guy like Weeden who's ready to play right now. You're ready to win right now. Who knows? By the way, number 22, I have the Browns. Came between Alshon Jeffrey or Kendall Wright. I have them going Kendall Wright, wide receiver out of Baylor. Dude's fast as crap, He's a legitimate deep threat who will change the entire look of this offense. Now, if you want to see the rest of my first-round mock draft, it will be up on the website tonight after the show. Again, HighOnSportsRadioShow.com. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, you're going to find out what's urinating us off. Some real bad stuff going on with the Saints again. And we're going to talk a little bit of Indians and some early trends developing in this young MLB season. All that and much, much more. You're listening to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Welcome to MSC Radio Weather Update by Jimmy Cornell, forecaster from NeoWeather.com. Hello everyone, hope you enjoyed your Monday. We really didn't see much of the precipitation we would think we'd see with rain. Overall, the winds were out of the north, and we still warm up to a high temperature of 52. But we've been dropping, and if we look at tonight's forecast, we are expected to drop down to a low temperature in the upper 30s. And if you are looking at the radar right now, you'll see rain to our west. Some of this could be sweeping around to give us some isolated rain to snow showers. Overall, we're really not looking much in the way of accumulation. There is a slight chance if you're close to the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. But anyways, we head into Wednesday, or as we head into Tuesday to say, we will have some isolated showers possible in the morning. Only an isolated snow chance very early. Anything after 10 a.m. is going to be rain for sure, as we see a high temperature in the mid-50s. So we will bring in the warm air. And then Wednesday is going to be very nice, as we see a few clouds and a high temperature around 65.
Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com.
Hey, it's Big Daddy from the Marty Allen Show. Catch the replay of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on MSC. Now, my show airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 2 at MartyAllenShow.com. But you can catch the best of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Morning Show Central. So if you want all the latest sports news, entertainment news, and everything else that's going on in the world, then tune into my show live at MartyAllenShow.com and the best of the replays right here at MorningShowCentral.com. Get MSC and get cooking, baby.
Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectify backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectify backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call Joe the Printer Guy! Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy.
Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
Hello, and welcome back
Hey,
to High
there
on
we are.
Sports.
Heyo.
I am Ralphie,
And
and
Ashley.
with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Bon Airy.
best starting lineup in sports radio.
We kick lots of ass.
And if it looked
We
like
do.
we were caught off guard, it's because we were.
Yeah, well, no, we meant it that way. That's how we roll.
Exactly.
We just.
$5 below the belt.
Right? That's, yep. All right. Thank you so much for listening to the show tonight, whether you're listening on one of the many glorious apps or on your computer. Thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. And remember, as always, you can email the show, shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. And you can let us know what you have to say, whether it's questions or comments. leave a name too, and we will share your opinion on the show. And as always, you can get in the chat room. Okay, yeah, no, sorry, distracted by the chat room. You can get in the chat room if you're watching the show on MSC, which you probably are. To the right of the viewer is a place to log into a chat room. Put a name, hit enter. You are immediately logged in, and you are talking to myself and Ashley and Von Erich and whoever else may be in the chat room right now. And you can call the show toll free 1-888-668-0742. And yeah, that's it. All right, okay, round 2. Let's go. And remember, if you missed any of my mock draft from the first half of the show, it will be up on the website tonight. That is highonsportsradioshow.com. My full first round. I thought I'd go further, but that's just a lot of picks. Next year, I'll do the full 7. I won't do that. I'm not going to make that promise. Don't try to hold that to me. All right, well, it is time for a staple of High on Sports, and that is, of course, what's urinating us off. And we're going to start, as we always do, with Von Erich. Von Erich, what's urinating you off today?
Well, as we know, the Tribe is back in town tomorrow, playing the Kansas City Royals. Just got back from a long road trip, extended road trip, one of the longest ones of the year, actually.
9 games.
And they just got back recently from Oakland. And the 3 games they played there, of course, at the Oakland Coliseum. And as always, nobody was there. And what urinates me off is Major League Baseball is dragging their heels in the move of the Athletics. They have been wanting to move out of that stadium and that city for years. Because think about it, really, Oakland. Who in Oakland is going to watch baseball? Nobody.
Crackheads.
There's no crackheads that want to go watch baseball. Crackheads don't play baseball. It costs too much money.
That's true. It's too slow for crackheads.
And we got a nice city right across the bridge, San Francisco, filled with some nice white people and some homosexuals.
San Francisco already has a team, though.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm saying that's the difference. How close they are, yet San Francisco can get sellouts and World Series teams on a yearly basis, but Oakland is stuck in the Coliseum where they tarp off the upper deck.
That's because Billy Bean is trying to play Moneyball all the time.
There's cities like San Jose that would love to have the Athletics in their city, willing to build a expensive-ass stadium just for them, but Major League Baseball doesn't want them to move out of Oakland because of their history.
Well, look, man, I see their point. I hate when teams move. It bothers me. I mean, yeah, they're getting no fans, but the fans that they do get, they're going to lose their team.
We're not old-ass people here. The Athletics have been in Oakland for quite a bit of time, but before that, they were in Philadelphia. They were in Kansas City. They've moved quite a few times. So this isn't really a big deal for the Athletics to move. The city is not supporting them. Even the years that they went to the World Series, they drew barely 1 million fans that year.
Yeah.
In the 3 years that they won the World Series in the 70s and in 90, 91, and 92, the 3 years that they went to the World Series with Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire, and the 4 aces.
I love Jose Canseco. You follow him on Twitter?
I do. Oh, yes, I do.
The best stuff.
He's insane.
Best stuff. He spent the last week.
He completes you.
He spent the last week tweeting at the Red Sox asking for an invite to the 100th anniversary of Fenway. But it just kept being at Boston Red Sox, invitation to the game sure would be nice. Already got a suit picked out and everything. And another one is he's tweeting at people from NBC because he wants to host Saturday Night Live. And he's just would love an invitation to host Saturday Night Live. It's okay, but you're Jose Canseco. What are we no. We're not doing that. They do have an athlete coming up in a couple weeks, by the way, though, Eli Manning.
I love Eli.
Will be hosting Saturday Night Live.
Dude, Peyton is so funny on Saturday Night Live. You ever see that one with the it was this football camp for kids?
Oh yeah, when they do one of those United Ways Cares commercial, but he's just taking horrible care of these children.
He sends the one kid to the porta potty because he dropped the ball.
He's teaching them how to break into a car, and he's.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
It was so funny, and he's making one kid get a tattoo on the street on his leg of Peyton Manning.
Best
that was good
thing
stuff.
ever.
That was good stuff, but and then Tom Brady hosted, not as good. No,
Yeah,
not,
Tom
not
Brady's
really.
not. He's not
He
really.
wasn't funny.
No.
He's just seemed out of it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like that's not his element. But we'll see Eli Manning. We'll see. We'll see
He
how
has.
that works
He has
out.
to have a funny bone in his body because Peyton Manning's pretty good. So you figure they're brothers.
Yeah, we'll see if it carries over.
It's genetics.
Right.
Genetics.
Yeah, my brother's hilarious. Anyways, hi. By the way, he's probably listening. Okay. Anyways, thank you, Von Erich. And
You're very welcome.
I agree with you though. It's it's like there's
It's frustrating.
obviously it sucks when a team leaves for the fans and everything.
Yeah.
But when the fans don't show up and they won't support the team, what do you think's gonna happen?
It just sucks for the fans who do go. Those are the ones it sucks for.
It does, but
Because like at
There's
the
not very many of them, though.
yeah, but there's still some.
for those 60 people that root for the Athletics,
It's just I guess
feel
it's
bad for
because
them.
I guess it's just because I know how it feels when the Browns left for a few years. That hurt, and I was still young. Like if they left now, I'd probably like have a mental
see, and that
breakdown.
sucks because that
and
wasn't like an
freak out.
attendance issue or anything.
No, that was just Art
was-
Modell being a douche.
That was Art Modell's a dick.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
And he said, I'm gonna just, oh look, it's middle of the night. Let's get up and go because Cleveland.
I want to
wanted
okay.
me.
I want to talk about something real quick. I saw on the internet, if you will, today. I saw some list. It was something about something it mentioned the Browns. It was something about seeing how well teams drafted. It was a dumb list because it was trying to say the definitive list to see how well teams draft. But what it was doing was counting how many All-Pros they've had, which that doesn't show how well a team drafts.
No.
For example, the Patriots had Wes Welker and they had Randy Moss. They didn't draft either one of those, but on this list they get credit for having them. That has nothing to do with drafting.
No,
That has nothing to do with drafting whatsoever.
that's free agency pickups.
But anyways, actually on the list it said the best drafter in the entire NFL is the New England Patriots, who year in and year out have pretty bad drafts, but they have Tom Brady, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, you have a good offensive line and Tom Brady, so you really
Exactly. You're giving them credit for all these All-Pros when it's like they didn't get them. But either way, on this list, the Browns, I believe, actually finished last with 2 over the time frame that they measure. I think it was like 10 years or something. But 2 All-Pros, Braylon Edwards 1 year, and Joe Thomas for a couple years. Another thing, though, about this list is they gave you credit for just having a guy be All-Pro once. Like, there's some people out there who went All-Pro a year, but then have been garbage the entire time and doesn't make it worth it. Like, right now, was Braylon Edwards worth picking in the draft? He's not here. He's not anywhere.
No.
Was he worth it? No. Of course he wasn't. But he had a season where he was All-Pro in 2007. So according to this list, brilliant draft pick. Good work. But where is the guy?
exactly.
Nowhere.
The only brilliant draft picks are the ones that turn into be really good players and they're still on your team. If they leave your team after a year, it's not a really good draft pick
Exactly.
because they're gone. They didn't stick around.
But either way, there was some random schmuck, whatever, in his comment. I just thought it was really strange, worth bringing up. Was this rant about how much he hates the Browns, all right? And it was, because your stupid-ass city wouldn't build a new stadium for the Browns. Art Modell had to move and whatever. And it's like, I hate you guys. You're the worst team in all of sports. Go Ravens. So, like, at the end of it, he's a Ravens fan. And it's like, why do you hate us? Why
Yeah, we gave you a football team, dumbass.
Why, if you're a Ravens fan, do you hate Cleveland? I don't get it.
Yeah, we gave you a team. I get it. As Cleveland fans, we hate
If
Baltimore
anything-
because they're our old team.
What are they rooting for? Like the Browns to move to Baltimore again?
Again?
Yeah.
They
We
have
want
2
your other team,
teams?
too. We'll have the
I mean,
Ravens,
come on.
too.
The
2
only reason
Ravens.
you have a football team is because it left us, so stop bitching and just go, we love you, Cleveland. Because we got a football team out of it.
If anything, yeah, shouldn't his rant have been like, thank you, Cleveland, for not building a new stadium
Yeah.
and having Art Modell bring us a team and
see,
we appreciate
and that's
it.
why I hate Pittsburgh and Raven fans because they're freaking morons.
And none of those players.
They're all dumb.
None of those players from the old Browns team were even on the team.
No,
anymore.
they just lost the last one about a year or 2 ago with
Right.
the kicker.
So shut up.
Yeah, and I mean, why? But there is literally no reason for a Ravens fan to be like, screw you guys for not building Art Modell a new stadium.
Yeah.
You should thank us.
We gave you a Super Bowl winning team in Ray freaking Lewis.
We hate you, not the other way around.
So you guys can blow me. Freaking more. God.
I thought it was so strange. It was like, what are you doing here,
They're
Ravens
stupid.
fan?
Ravens fans and Pittsburgh fans are freaking morons. Dumbest people on the
really
face
are.
of the earth, along with Michigan fans. Those 3
Well,
right
yeah.
there. Top of the triangle morons.
It's just
Sorry.
I feel a phone call from Ty coming.
Good. Call. I'm gonna yell at you, Ty.
I want to send a message right now to all of Baltimore Ravens fans. You're welcome.
Yeah. You should be
I don't
sending
like
us
that it
Christmas
happened,
presents
but you're
and birthday
welcome.
presents every year because if it wasn't for Cleveland, you wouldn't even have football.
Right? I'm expecting a thank you from every
Yes.
person in the state of Baltimore.
Exactly.
City.
The
Don't fault
whole
me for that. I
damn
corrected
state of-
myself. Don't fault me for that. The whole city. The whole state of Maryland.
Yeah, because that's their football team.
I expect handwritten thank you letters from everyone in that state to me directly as a Browns fan.
Exactly.
That's what I want. You'll find my
jerks.
You'll find my address somewhere. I'm not gonna tell you. Just Google me. Anyways, so that's that. Anyways, back to what's urinating us off. I understand yours is about Mark Cuban.
Okay. You know, I used to like Mark Cuban. His little rants, they made me laugh.
Oh, it's funny. It's the funniest owner.
And yeah, but now I think he's just a. Can I say dick?
Oh, you just did. So yeah. I guess.
Okay.
too late now.
Anywho, this whole thing started with the Olympics because Wade opened his mouth, running his mouth about, we should be paid because we gotta play through our time off. Well, I'm sorry.
It should be noted, by the way, though, real quick about Dwayne Wade is that he did say we should be paid for being in the Olympics, but he has backed away from it since then.
Yeah. Okay.
He realized probably shouldn't have said that, but unfortunately he opened the box for everyone else.
Yeah, he opened the can, and now everyone else is gonna take their run at it, and. Basically, I'm like, no, when you're in the Olympics, you're not, no one, like the skiers, the snowboarders, none of them get paid, but all these freaking people in the NBA who are all about money, they're like, we should get paid. And then Mark Cuban decides, he's always got to put his 2 cents in.
What of the hurdlers?
But anyways, being in the Olympics is about representing your country.
Absolutely. Hashtag USA.
Yeah. USA, all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But
my favorite country, speaking unbiasedly. Number one.
Anyways, so they were talking, and the USA team might be in trouble because there's a bunch of people getting hurt because of all this shortened year, and no one knows how to play if they don't have 6 months to train. Because really, you play basketball every day.
I forgot how to play basketball during the lockout.
So when you're locked out, did you forget that you're a millionaire? You can't just find a gym somewhere.
Well, I forgot.
I'm pretty sure you can. Buy a gym membership.
After 2 weeks of no Highland Sports, I forgot to print a rundown. So
I guess.
I can relate.
Yeah, you start forgetting how to play, and then you break an ankle or something. But anyways, so then Cuban goes, yeah, I hope the team is in shambles, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Did you see the thing he said about looking up stupid in the dictionary?
Yeah. What did it say? That
if you look up stupid in the dictionary, you would see, first of all, that old saying about you look up whatever in the dictionary, you'd see a picture of blah, blah, blah. I think he got confused because he said if you look up stupid in the dictionary, you would see you would see the dream team playing with Michael Jordan and all of them, and then them not making a dime, and the Olympic committee and stuff and corporations here making hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, profiting off their image and their success. That's not a picture. It's a very elaborate picture if that was in the dictionary.
Yeah.
I don't know what dictionary he's using that's showing such elaborate, like a comic strip of pictures. But anyways, yes, and he says it's not a matter of patriotism. It's a matter of them profiting off of your image and everything. Okay. No, it's a matter of patriotism.
It is.
I guarantee if you polled the entire NBA of U.S.-born players, you said, would you play for free for Team USA? Or would you demand money to play for Team USA? Overwhelmingly, people would say, no, I want the honor of playing for Team USA. Unfortunately, those people are Kwame Brown and J.R. Smith
who aren't going to win us the gold medal.
Who, you wouldn't pick to be on your team.
And the thing is you don't hear the foreign players bitching to their country saying, yeah, we should get paid too. I don't hear Dirk bitching to Germany.
Right,
saying
and that's
they
what
need
gets
to
me
pay
about
us.
Cuban. Who's your best player? It's Dirk Nowitzki. He's not going to play for Team USA.
No.
If he's going to play for Team Germany, if he's playing. I mean,
well, Team Germany didn't even qualify this year.
Oh, just like the U.S. soccer team, by the way.
Yeah.
No U.S. soccer in this Olympics. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah.
I'll live.
But
I'm almost happy. Oh, real quick, we got a caller on the line. I think I might know who this is. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Here we go.
Why y'all always picking on my state?
Well, you do it to yourselves.
It's just because of where you come from, man.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
It's not your
It
fault.
does.
You're from there. It's not your fault.
Visited Michigan?
Yeah, I've been there. I didn't like it.
I went once.
I was
Yeah,
there.
I've been there a couple
I've been
times.
there a couple times.
I did not enjoy
I just want to
myself.
know what's the difference between Michigan and Ohio.
Can I tell you something real quick?
Ohio's 100 times better.
She said you're stupid. I didn't. I just want that on the record.
Well, if you weren't a Michigan fan, you could probably be a very intelligent person. But you decided to root for them, and that just brings you down some.
I'm just trying to figure out what's the difference between Michigan and
You have.
Ohio.
Can I chime in here?
They look exactly the same.
You have a longer coast, and you're split into
Do you?
two
'Cause
land
we-
masses. No, you have a longer coast.
We have, because we're like a peninsula. We have coasts all the way around.
Yeah, no,
We have
that's what I'm
one.
saying. You got a longer coast. You have more coasts as well. You have a second land mass to your state. That's a little unusual, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it always wants to
one thing
secede
that I
from
always
you.
like to bring up. Let's talk about championships.
Oh.
Should we?
Yeah, should we?
I don't know if that's a good
Should we
idea.
talk about championships?
Not in hockey, we shouldn't.
Hockey doesn't matter to us,
How
though.
about basketball?
We don't care
let's
about
talk,
hockey.
Let's talk professional basketball.
Oh, for the first time tonight.
Yeah, we're not
can do
even
that.
talking about basketball. You're just.
I want to make something clear. I'm
I would play
not.
for the Olympics. I would play for the Olympics for free.
Oh, so would I, but I'm white, so they won't let me. But anyways,
Touche.
I just want I want to say something that was I don't want to get into a whole state feud. And this is just her. I didn't say anything wrong. This one over here,
I accept it.
said that fans of Michigan, like the Wolverines, are stupid. She, no disrespect to your hockey team or your basketball team.
I wasn't hating on.
Or your baseball team.
wasn't
Congrats
hating
on
on
Prince
those.
Fielder.
Yeah.
Her again, not me, just her, only her, said
Why you gotta throw me out in the?
said that people
Throw me
who
under the
root
bus like
for the
that, man.
Wolverines are stupid.
You're throwing me under the bus, Ralphie. That ain't cool.
Does this only have to do with just the Wolverines, or is it just the whole state of Michigan?
I don't know.
Well, I really don't
What
give a
about the
damn for the whole
Chippewa
state of
fan?
Michigan. You know that song?
Yeah, I don't know. Ashley, do you hate all people from an entire state?
Well, if you root
well.
for the Tigers, I'm gonna hate on you.
All right, well,
God, I don't
he hates
know.
the Tigers.
Yeah, the Tigers. They can go somewhere too. I really don't give
Where
a
are they
damn
gonna
for
go?
the whole state.
Yeah, we can go to the World Series.
Oh,
Hey, have you heard Wisconsin's trying to call themselves the Mitten State?
Don't.
You heard about that? Wisconsin's trying to claim they're shaped like a mitten. They're trying to take that.
I
It's
don't
true,
get it neither.
right? I don't understand. I'm looking up Wisconsin right now. Wisconsin. I,
I
need
don't
to see
even
a
know where
shape,
that is.
Right? I don't even know what
Isn't
Wisconsin
it
looks like.
around
Right.
the Michigan area?
Okay,
That's what we
you
get
know what?
cheese.
You know what? I'll say
Cheese or
this.
something?
Looks like a.
I'll say this right now. I want to go on the
Love
record.
you guys.
Love you too, man.
All right, thanks
Love
for
you
calling
guys.
in, Ty.
Talk
I
you
want to
later.
go on the record about something right now to all of America. Michigan is shaped more like a mitten than Wisconsin is. Wisconsin's kind of shaped like a fist. That's very aggressive, and it
Yeah, I
startles
can throw
me.
a nasty right hook.
That scares me. You're not a mitten. You're a threatening
That'd be a
fist. That's
left hook.
terrifying. Screw the Badgers. Anyways. All right, we're getting to the end of the show here. So,
Holy crap, we just.
time for 3 up, 3 down. And we're going to start as we always do with down.
I told you that call was coming.
Down number 3, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Star wide receiver Mike Wallace is considering a holdout until he gets a new contract. See what happens there. Down number 2, Meta World Peace may face suspension for elbowing James Harden in the head. If you didn't see it, well, I'm gonna post the video up on our Facebook here in a little bit. He just viciously bashes this man's skull in with his
He
elbow.
biffed him good.
Now, at first glance, in real time, maybe you think, oh, that was an accident. He just swung his arm and the guy happened to be there. When you really look at it, who celebrates by lifting their elbow above their shoulder and thrusting it backwards?
When there is a person literally on top of you,
He's
and there's
like-
no way you don't
exactly.
feel them.
Harden's
No
like
way.
up against his back.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
he
no way you
feels
don't feel
Harden
them.
behind him.
And
then
even
decks him with
and
his
if you
elbow.
look really close, I think he's looking out of the corner of his eye, like, "Oh, your face is there." Boom, and then he just
Oops.
walks away like nothing happened.
Well, Andy's claiming it's an accident. But anyways, down
did
number
it.
1, the Vancouver Canucks. Number 1 overall seed in the NHL playoffs, eliminated by the number 8 seed Los Angeles Kings. We just talked hockey. Up number 3, those very same LA Kings upset the number 1 seed Vancouver Canucks in the first round of the playoffs. Go
Go
Kings.
Blackhawks.
Go Blackhawks. Up number 2, Minnesota, because the bill for a new stadium for the Vikings has passed the first phase of voting. You're on thin ice here, Minnesota. If you don't pass this bill and get them a new stadium, they're LA bound, and that's just how it's going to go. Up number 1, Philip Umber, pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, threw the 21st perfect game in MLB history this week, and it was the first complete game of his career. His entire career, never threw full 9 innings. Did it, and it's perfect.
Yes, 21 complete perfect games in MLB history, 4 of them in the last 4 years.
Exactly.
I think
That's
it's
crazy.
because teams can't hit anymore.
Because the steroids are gone.
Yeah.
Oh, there was no steroids in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah, but pitchers were good.
Now the pitchers are doing the steroids. They've switched for a
They
little
don't
bit.
test them.
No, they don't. They don't test pitchers. No, they probably do, right?
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, yeah, they have to. That'd be weird if they just said, we're not testing pitchers. But anyways, that's going to do it for the show
They
this week.
suspended Birdman when he used to play for the Indians.
They did. All right, well, that's gonna do it.
20-mile-an-hour fastball.
And then he claimed he had, like, what was it, like cancer or something, and that's why he was taking it. He had a life-threatening disease and was saving his life. Anyways, you feel like you would have cleared that up with a doctor or something, but either way, that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Remember, get to the website, highonsportsradioshow.com, to find my full first-round mock draft. Immediately following this is everything in between with your host and our good buddy Von Erich over here.
That'd be me.
Woo!
See you guys in a few minutes.
And in just a minute or two, we're filming our weekly High on Sports Overtime, which will be up on YouTube about 9:30 tonight. And we got a caller. Caller, what's going on?
You got
I
30
hope
seconds.
you barf on mustard.
Oh, bite me, Ty. I'm going to throw up in a bowl and throw it on you.
That's right. In overtime tonight, Ashley will be eating a hot dog with mustard. So that's going to do it for us this week. Remember, follow me on Twitter at eRalphieW for my live pick-by-pick draft analysis. For Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I am Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next week, same time, same place, on morningshowcentral.com. #USA.
Deuces.
USA. USA. USA.